I could list off the courses that Gabe has taken, his scores on his AP and SAT exams, as well as his extracurricular achievements, but a better representation of him is found in the comments of his teachers and coaches. One of Gabe's freshman teachers described him as a quiet, bright, and thoughtful, and another commented on his unique sense of fashion. By sophomore year, responsive, organized, focused, and confident were words that characterized Gabe's contributions to the classroom. Further, he was never caught off guard. As an athlete, his leadership abilities helped build the rowing team from scratch to a thriving squad of 75. And finally, a junior teacher said it was hard to find a flaw in him. He was bright, had a great sense of humor, and was always conscious of his classmates. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Gabriel Roy Ligori.
It's going to be a tough act to follow, Mr. Alvarez. I didn't bring any props today, but I'm here today to welcome you, as well as to give you a little bit of insight about my career at BC High. I came to BC High from a small Catholic school of only 60 kids in the entire school. I had applied to some other prep schools, and also considered my local high school. But in the end, I chose BC High because I really loved the camaraderie and the entire attitude toward learning that I saw on my visits here. I did not see the size of BC High as a negative. Instead, I saw it as something that would give me more opportunities than a smaller school would. I knew that coming from a school so small, any high school would involve a huge change in my daily academic life. My first couple of days at BC High were a little overwhelming, as expected for the first days of any new school. I was commuting by train from Belmont, an hour each way, doing more homework than I had ever been doing. But on the flip side, I had already knew more kids than I had known in my entire middle school career. However, to be frank, my freshman year had its ups and downs. I started off the year by not making the football team, something I had been training for all summer. Then, after a fall of AAU basketball, I was cut right at the end of freshman basketball tryouts. Both cuts crushed me. I can remember the pure frustration and sadness that I had after those tryouts. But now, I view those tryouts as somewhat of a blessing in disguise. By not making football, I turned my attention to a different sport, rowing. And after 4 years of hard work, I am lucky enough to be getting recruited for rowing, and I'm excited to continue rowing in college. And by not making the basketball team, I found track, a sport that has been extremely fun and challenging for 3 winters here at BC High. The chances that I took profoundly changed my experience at BC High for the better. Like I said, opportunities. The closing of one door led to the opening of another. Along with my time here involved in sports, my academic career has been nothing short of fantastic. With all the courses offered, my classes have been varied and extremely interesting. I have tried a multitude of them, from chemistry to British literature to history of the Catholic Church. Of course, there are required courses, but as you progress to the later years, you're allowed more and more flexibility with choosing classes. For instance, this year I decided to take 2 science classes, Physics BAP and Chem AP, as well as a math course, Calc, because I'm extremely interested in science and math, and I'm looking to study something in those fields in college. Again, opportunity. The amount of courses offered really gives students the chance to find and explore what they are interested in. Also, not to be cliche, but the teachers here truly want to see you learn. Now, that's not an excuse to say, oh, well, I don't get it, I'm not going to do the work, and not put in any effort. If you're having a problem with the subject, I strongly encourage you to ask questions and go see your teacher outside of class. Every teacher is always flexible when it comes to out-of-class hours, and they will always be willing to help if you're willing to put in the work. In closing, I would like to tell you 3 tips on how to make the most of your BC High career. My 3 main tips for you are this. For starters, stay organized. Simple as that. There are plenty of resources here at BC High to help you do so. From the guidance department to the teachers to other students themselves, such as the senior mentors, there will always be someone to help you do this. Being organized will help you manage your courses and time, as well as stay on top of your schoolwork. It's much easier for a teacher to help you if you can actually find the work that you need help on. Second, put your best foot forward when it comes to anything to do with BC High. You only get the most out of your careers here if you put in maximum effort. As Mr. Alvarez was saying, get involved, try new things, and push yourself. Don't just come to BCI at 8:30 and leave at 2:30. Here we say those kids belong to the 2:30 club, a club that you don't want to be a part of. Instead, join any of our other clubs. We do have over 100. Try out for sports, play intramurals. Believe me, it will make your experience here that much more amazing. Finally, enjoy yourself. Do what really makes you happy. Don't force yourself to do things just to do them. Do activities for the right reasons. Before you know it, you will be in my position, looking back on your 3 years here and wishing that you had more time. I can remember sitting in McNeese Pavilion my freshman year listening to Kyle Laro, a senior mentor during my freshman year who went on after BC High to go to Harvard. He was delivering a speech similar to the one I'm giving today. It's amazing how fast time flies. It has been the experience of a lifetime, and I will remember these years for the rest of my life. Every year, we are lucky enough to have alumni come into school for masses and special occasions. Often they talk of their experiences during and after their time at BC High. A theme that always comes up is how their years here at BC High were the best of their lives, and the friendships that they made here are still ongoing 50, 60 years after their BC High careers. Not only will your time here be the best of your lives, but the friendships you make will last lifetimes. All of you come from different backgrounds. Some from the Arupe division, some from urban areas, some from private schools, some from suburbs, large public schools. You name it, there's a kid here with it. And with that, your newfound friends will come from all different areas and backgrounds. I guarantee that you will leave here with friendships that will last way beyond your 4 years here. I truly believe this will be the case for me and all of you as well. I will leave you with a quote that I found last year. After taking the National French exam, I got a little award for the percentile that I scored on the exam. It was just a small notebook with these words on the front. Le difficile n'est pas de monter, mais en montant de rester soi, which translates to, the difficulty isn't rising. It is once at the top to stay there. By being here today at BC High, you are at the top. Now, it's your job to seize the opportunities offered and to put in the work it takes to be the best. Thank you.